The race for Virginia governor is heating up with a surprising twist. Two former Republican members of Congress are openly backing Democrat Abigail Spanberger in her bid to lead the state. But here's where it gets controversial. These endorsements come from GOP veterans who have distanced themselves from their party's recent direction, sparking debate about what bipartisan support really means today. Abigail Spanberger is entering the critical final phase of her campaign to become Virginia's next governor, buoyed by the notable endorsements of Barbara Comstock and Denver Riggleman, both former Republican representatives. This development, first revealed by CBS News, is significant because it highlights how Spanberger's appeal crosses traditional party lines, and it's underscored by a new advertisement featuring the two Republicans openly praising her. In the ad, Riggleman praises Spanberger as one of the most bipartisan members of Congress I've seen firsthand, while Comstock stresses that her backing is not about political party, but about what's truly best for Virginia. These endorsements are not without context. Both Comstock and Riggleman supported Democrat Kamala Harris during last year's presidential election, signaling their break from the GOP's mainstream choices. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, a Republican who claimed victory in 2021, is barred by state law from seeking consecutive terms. His preferred successor, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears, is now the GOP candidate, vying to become the first Republican to follow another from the same party as governor since 1997. However, Earle-Sears faces the complex challenge of distancing herself from the lingering national tensions tied to Donald Trump's second term in office. In a pointed social media message earlier this month, Earle-Sears described the election as a choice between sanity and chaos, warning voters to protect their children from what she called Spanberger's extremist agenda. This framing adds to the charged atmosphere surrounding the race and sets up a stark contrast between the candidates' visions for Virginia. The timing of Spanberger's campaign decision to highlight the backing of ex-GOP Congress members comes just days before early in-person voting begins. Riggleman, who served a single term before losing to a Republican in 2020, later contributed as a senior technical advisor to the House January 6 Select Committee investigating the Capitol riot. Meanwhile, Comstock, after 2 terms in a competitive district, was defeated by a Democrat in 2018 during President Trump's first term. Both have publicly criticized Trump since leaving office, positioning themselves as part of a faction of Republican figures opposing the former president's influence. Notably, Riggleman also appeared in advertisements in 2022 backing Spanberger's re-election to the House, reinforcing his ongoing support. The upcoming Virginia governor's race, set for November, carries an unusual significance as one of the first statewide elections during Trump's second White House term. Traditionally, Virginia's off-year contests are viewed as a barometer for the sitting president's popularity. Although the state has leaned more Democratic in recent years, Democrats saw reduced margins in the 2024 presidential election. Vice President Kamala Harris won the state, but with fewer votes than Joe Biden achieved in 2020. This subtle shift fuels questions about whether Virginia remains deeply blue or might be more competitive than expected. At a moment when Democrats nationwide grapple with refining their messaging and solidifying their identity, Spanberger's campaign to reclaim the governor's office from Republican control is being watched closely. The outcome could have reverberations far beyond Virginia, potentially influencing broader national political strategies and party dynamics in the years ahead. So here's the question for you. What do you think about these former Republicans backing a Democrat in such a high-profile race? Does this signal a genuine shift toward greater bipartisanship, or is it just political positioning in a polarized environment? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below.